I'm William Osborne from Eden. I'd like to start off today by saying that I see sitting before me two members of the Republican Party who were appointed and a member of the Democratic Party who was appointed. I also see next to the Democratic representative voice an empty seat. That empty seat stands for the 13,000 independent, unaffiliated voters who have no representation, no standing, no voice, and no vote on the Board of Elections. And the reason I bring this up is because it puts you in an interesting situation. In order to represent those 13,000 voters, you have to step away from your responsibilities and your commitment to your own personal party preferences and stand up for those citizens. And in so doing, as a board, you are here to represent everybody equally. If you think about it historically, there's one time in each year when every single person in the United States is equal, and that's when they go into a voting booth. It doesn't matter if you're old, young, rich, poor, black, white, green, it doesn't matter. Your vote is just as valuable as the next vote. And the reason I bring this up is because equality is what's at stake here. Your job as a Board of Elections should be measured by one standard. Did we make the best possible conditions for voting that could be made? Did we get 100% of the voters to the poll? That's the yardstick you can use to measure your success. Because when we don't, or when we disenfranchise people, that's a reflection on you, not the political parties. Now, the reason I'm going here, if you go back and look at our political situation right now, a recent poll says that the average person in Congress is rated slightly higher than a cockroach, but he's rated less favorable than either a used car salesman, a root canal, or Genghis Khan. Our society has no respect for politicians anymore. We don't like them. The United States Congress is rated at 9%. The newly elected Governor Pat McCrory at 32%. The North Carolina State Legislature at 33 or 34%. What's different though is the Board of Elections, because you represent a process that people still believe in. And that process says that you run a democracy that is based on fairness. Too many people believe that our political parties are nothing anymore but pay to play, where the man with the most money gets elected. But you're insulated from that. You're protected from that because you are the gatekeepers of democracy. And if the public ever foresees that you are leaning in one direction or the other in support of either political party, you are slapping in the face the men and women who served in the armed forces and who have died and been maimed and injured in the name of protecting democracy. You are now the gatekeepers of democracy. And to do anything that favors one party or the other it's not acceptable. And the public is watching every move you make. 2 years ago, I sat down with the Board of Elections and with a man named Steve Hurt. Tony, I think you were there. That was a bipartisan effort. I was there as chairman of the Democratic Party. Steve was there as chairman of the Republican Party. We went through precinct by precinct trying to make the voter experience better. Steve did absolutely nothing to try to gain advantage for the Republican Party, nor did I try to gain advantage for the Democratic Party. It was all about the voter. And that's what it's all about today. In my lifetime, I voted at Moorhead High School, the YMCA, the mall, Osborne Baptist. You know, people get confused when you start moving them around and shuffling them around. I'm going to close with this recommendation to you, though, and I please ask that you not take this as a threat. Don't take it as a premonition. Don't take it as anything except my fear. If you look at what happened in Watauga County, they made national news when the Board of Elections tried to disenfranchise voters. and since I think have had to step back. As you sow, so shall you reap. You are opening a door. When you start manipulating events for political gain, you're opening a door and walking down a road that you cannot take back. There's no certainty that Pat McCrory will be your governor next time, and the makeup of this board may be entirely different. Before you walk down that road, think carefully, because when you open the door to the cage, a bear is going to bite your head off. That's not a threat. That's my fear of what happens to democracy. Thank you. God bless you.